everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Fasten your seatbelts for one of the great divisional rivalries in the NFL. This is the first of 2 games between these teams this year, and you know it's going to be entertaining. It's the Oilers going up against the Snowhawks. Set for the call of this Week 8 matchup, let's bring in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Houston Oilers and the Portland Snowhawks. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he is out of bounds here on the return. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And now this offensive unit, we get a look at their starters. They put up good numbers last week, looking to carry that forward.
Yeah, Brandon, they saw the numbers from last week. They expect to at least replicate them. They think that they can put up bigger numbers this week. They are a confident bunch.
And ready now for 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Second down now after the pass completion. Now a handoff here to his running back. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Give him 9 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. And here are the defensive starters, and their coordinator is hoping that they have short-term memories from last week.
A very tough week indeed, Brandon. All they want to do now is be solid right out of the gate. No big plays given up early. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
An expecting pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Houston 1st down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They come up in an offset eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Back to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Their big tight end, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And now comes Houston, and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. In the red zone this time. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
They'll set up to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Now, do you put it in your quarterback's hands again? That's the question here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football. Worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. Like, my dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Here we go now. 3, 9, 10.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hurry up, here we go. All right, now, look at 56. All right, now, look at 56. Look, Detroit. Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Portland in control of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out comes Houston. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. Pardon me, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that.
And that's caught inside the 35. And a huge play that time. And even 50 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Throwing right, and that's complete. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They come up in an offset eye. He'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out comes Houston. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Now this offense ready to take over again. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They come out here in the eye. And the offense inside the... And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And now out comes Houston. They go back to the air here after the INT. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Touchdown, Houston. Their big-bodied receiver, his 11th touchdown of the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
12 yards there as they move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the big fella. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And now back out comes the offense. Play action. They'll throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass and completing it.
They'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They give him 15 more, and it's another first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Shift together here from the D-line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now, big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
And now inside the red zone the offense will operate. They come out here in the I. First down and goal to go from the 7. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. He's got it, and it's 24-17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And now out comes Houston. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a second down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to the booth right after this. 3 yards to go here on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
3rd down now following the run. Now back to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. Second down following the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Only a yard of the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Let's go! 3-19!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
Back to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. First down, he'll drop to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Again, he'll drop to throw. Surveying the field. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And here now the offense heading back out there. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant. And that's a good sign right there as we start the 3rd quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they're going to speed things up here. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly... what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
No, check. Patriot.
They'll look to throw. This will be caught at the 2. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback taking it in. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front. At the field general, the leader, just falling behind him.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They're going to look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are going to take the lead. Quarterback throws the fade, and that's one where really the receiver just has to make a play, right?
Brandon, all you're asking your quarterback to do is put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. Let your guy get it and no one else. That makes it a very, very difficult play to defend.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They're still in search of the first down after that last completion. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now a play fake. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Looking deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And that'll be good for a Houston first. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it's good enough for a Houston first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
All right, here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. shift together here from the D-line. He'll set up a throw, and his throw here is incomplete.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator is looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Back now in the Rose City of Portland, Oregon. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th.
Single. Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll try and sneak it here. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. It's a quarterback sneak, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. And the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And now out comes Houston. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give them 13 on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Houston first. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Back to throw again. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. And now they're in the hurry-up. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
A really nice job of adjusting. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys are just an extra point away now from taking the lead in this game. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Detroit! All right, no. Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. The fourth quarter here, they got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out. And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
And here now it's 2nd and goal, ball on the 7-yard line. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. And quickly they get to the line. They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Their big tight end. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. Before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spent a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
Keep 15. Keep 15.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Houston 1st down. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Now back to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Their big-bodied receiver. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And now a critical extra point attempt here. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, run. pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Now here's whistles and another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 yards on the pickup, and it's good enough for a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So it's all going to... Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So now it all comes down to the left foot of their kicker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is good. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.